Good morning, ABC family. Welcome again to another Kids Talk. We've been asking the question, will God take care of us? Will God take care of us, especially during these challenging times? And we've been looking at the story of Naomi. Now, Naomi's name means beautiful, pleasant, and good. And when we first meet Naomi, her life is beautiful, pleasant, and good. But when her husband and sons die, her life quickly becomes bitter and sad. So Naomi, she wonders to herself, will God take care of her? And the last couple of weeks, we've seen that the answer is clearly yes. God will take care of Naomi because God is a God of Hesed. Hesed means loyal love. And we saw that first, God provides Ruth, and Ruth provides Naomi with family and community. Last week, we saw how God provides Boaz, who provides Naomi with food and drink. And today, we will see how God continues to show his Hesed love to Naomi by taking care of another one of her needs. Now, if you remember, Ruth has been gathering grain in Boaz's field. So Boaz has been taking care of Naomi and Ruth's daily needs. And about 2 months have passed, and the question becomes, who will take care of Ruth's long-term needs? Who might be a husband to Ruth? Who could provide them with a home and security? Last week, Ruth came up with a plan. This time, in Ruth chapter 3, we'll see it's Naomi who comes up with a plan. Starting in verse 1, Naomi says, I should find a husband and a good home for you. Go wash yourself and put on a nice dress, and go down to the threshing floor, and lift the cover off his feet. Then lie down there with Boaz. He will tell you what you should do about marriage. ABC family, Naomi comes up with a risky and uncertain plan. She encourages Ruth to ask Boaz to marry her. In today's culture, it's rare for a woman to ask a man to marry her. It was even rarer back in Bible days. So Naomi's plan is a huge gamble. But Ruth, in her Hesed love for Naomi, obeys. Verse 6. So Ruth went down to the threshing floor. Ruth went to Boaz very quietly and lifted the cover from his feet and lay down by his feet. About midnight, Boaz rolled over in his sleep and woke up. He was very surprised. There was a woman lying near his feet. Boaz said, Who are you? She said, I am Ruth, your servant girl. Spread your cover over me. You are my protector. Ruth lifts the cover of Boaz's feet, which might seem strange to us today. In Bible days, this is a symbolic act in which Ruth is asking Boaz to physically cover her, to symbolically say that he will protect and provide for her. It's sort of like when your parents tuck you into bed at night and you feel safe and secure. So Ruth uncovers Boaz's feet, and the question becomes, will Boaz place the cover over her? Will he marry Ruth? Let's see what Boaz chooses to do. Verse 10. Boaz says, May the Lord bless you, young woman. You have been very kind to me. Now, young woman, don't be afraid. I will do what you ask. But there is a man who is a closer relative to you than I am. If he decides to help you, that is fine. If he refuses to help, I will marry you. ABC family, want to guess what the word that has been translated very kind is? You guessed it. It's Hesed. Boaz recognizes Ruth's Hesed to him. Ruth has shown honor to Boaz, accepts her marriage proposal, and places the cover over. You must discuss it with a relative closer to Ruth than Boaz. You see, the closer relative was responsible. Was there would keep coming to him. So Boaz can first talk over with his relative, and we'll see what happens next week. When Naomi's husband and 2 sons died, she lost everything. But because of God's hesed, because of his loyal love, we see him begin to restore Naomi. First, he provides Ruth, who provides Naomi with family and community. Second, provides Boaz, who provides Naomi with food and drink. And today, God uses Naomi to secure Ruth a husband who could provide a home and protection. So when Naomi asks the question, will God take care of us? We see that the answer is yes. And this time, he uses Naomi to help take care of herself. So for us, when we ask the question, will God take care of us? What can we do? Well, we can be like Naomi and show hesed love to others. As God took care of Naomi, as he began to meet her needs, she begins to look outward and take care of others, specifically Ruth. Many of us have received so much. Rather than just focusing on ourselves, God gives us opportunities to take care of others. So be like Naomi and show hesed to others in need. Will God take care of us? Yes, he will. And many times, he uses me and you to take care of one another. I'll see you next time.